Go. Oh, it's got a copy there. Okay, Hillet, we're gonna get there's also other people that need to be spoken to. It's not some we'll put
Excellent.
we'll put in our tefillahs. It's Hashem for Hayal. Will be well. So Hashem have the koyach and the moyach to do all that he needs, the energy and the brain power. And
Yes,
this is part of what we work with in what we call the Haftarah Kamocha. And this is part of our challenge of the world that we live in, where we want Abbas Chinam. We don't want to say that. Can you just close the door? No. That we literally have to be working on ourselves. And when we look at all the different midot of what's expected of us and how we expect it to behave, we see that it's actually a little bit beyond what's normal behavior according to the world we live in. And I think that becomes the challenge. And that's why we all work on ourselves constantly. Today also Menachem Eliyahu ben Shoshana Malka, a young father, is having surgery to determine what they have found, and Be'ezrat Hashem they should have the Sarah Tavot as well. And for all of Klal Yisrael, all entire Jewish people who need what we call refuahs and Yeshuas, and the Yeshuot are those things that are going to take us to the next level beyond, and that's what we're doing here. We are preparing ourselves as people.
Amen.
We're preparing ourselves as people to be ready to receive that energy of correctness and honesty. And that, I think, is something which has been actually disappeared from the world. And I think people don't know the difference. So, people are living in such spiritual darkness. We're living in such spiritual darkness that we can't actually really see, and I think that is part of the challenge. So when we talk about giving people the benefit of the doubt, because that's the way that we live, we say, dan the cups the chus, 10 dan the cups the chus, so we give another person, there's always the other side of the story. And in everything that we do, in interactions with anybody else, what happens is we recognize and realize that there's always another side of the story. And we all see things, even if the exact same story is what it is, you still have the other person's perception and on how something actually happened. That's just how it is. You see something as, somebody would see this as without milk, or just the way you see it, like, somebody will say, well, that's actually great because I don't really like my milk. A person has a conversation with something, we hear one thing, and somebody hears something else in the exact same room, situation, because that's who they are, and that's how they see things. Somebody told me about, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'achol midbar.
Amen.
So somebody told me, and when you see that they were going to a class and they don't particularly love healthy things, and they're happy to eat like whatever. And this class, this cooking class, the woman who's doing it, she's catering to everybody's needs. So one lady doesn't like garlic, one lady doesn't like onion, one lady is vegan. So she says, oh my gosh, says, what kind of food do you think you're going to get? And what kind of cook doesn't use onion and garlic and you don't have to, if vegans want to be vegans, let them be vegans, but we don't have to all have vegan here. And it was so funny, like I'm listening to it, and I'm thinking, if I was paying to go to their class, I might feel the same way. But I'm thinking, no, just be nice and just so we see things from a different perspective. Tonight, by the way, is also Yom Yerushalayim, and the last years I've actually been in Yom Yerushalayim, on Yom Yerushalayim, and it's like, oh my gosh, and it just happened that way. but it's like a bit of a FOMO. But we're looking forward to Be'ezrat Hashem, our Yom Yerushalayim is going to be in all ways, because we're looking forward to having Mashiach with us very soon. And also one second, and we have a very special day for davening, for praying for our children. We mustn't forget. And besides that, there's also, it is Zayin Tes Shabbos, okay? And it's also our son's birthday. So there you go. So I will send out, it's the tefillah of the Shtar HaKadosh that we all say on Erev Chodesh, and it's a beautiful time. Just extra sweet. We should pray for our children every single day. Every single day. We say this beautiful prayer every single day for the well-being, spiritual, emotional, and physical. And in Malchus She Yesod, okay, kingship within the foundation, one has to walk through their garden and acknowledge, okay, and be knowledgeable about what everything's going on. I go to my garden, I open up the door in the morning, oh, that fox, that squirrel. Yesterday, I actually searched, there's something you can put into your garden to get rid of the foxes and squirrels. But I've only got these few little, what do you call them, pot plants. So I notice that much more they take onto my calla lilies, I get very upset. So I actually found a mesh net of a mesh iron that I bought last year that I didn't use, and this year I'm putting it there for my strawberries. My strawberries are starting to ripen. Last year I was so excited. I had like 15 strawberries. This year it looks like there are more. I had the great excitement of knowing the things that Hashem really puts into our world. But really what we actually need to understand and know is that every plant and every flower actually needs something different. And I'm telling you, plants grow very differently when they're properly in the ground and then when they're in a pot plant. And that is because, right, they're in the real earth of Hashem, which has all the different things, not just what we put into a pot plant. And we realize that we have to know what is going on, the conditions and how everything's going. And it's likened to our spiritual world, okay? Our spiritual world has to also work within the way the world's working. When the foundation of the world brings fruit, right, and goodness, then we see the Malchus She Yesod. When you see a video clip of a 76-year-old Argentinian man come all the way to Jerusalem to have his first bar mitzvah. First bar mitzvah, never had a bar mitzvah. I don't know the rest of the story, but he comes to Yerushalayim to have a bar mitzvah. Okay, when we see the greatness of what goes on spiritually and the world is working, then our world and society is b'shalom, is at peace, and we're happy with the way everybody else does things because we focus on ourselves. This is bringing malchus to our world. Okay, you come into your home, you talk about this mezuzah a lot. Focus on your mezuzah and touch your mezuzah, and know that that is Hashem coming into our world. Okay, remind ourselves who created the world, who's watching over us. Thank you, Hashem, for doing it. And it takes a very short time. As Nikki went and listened to the entire morning collet to Rebbetzin Sari Yocheved Riegler, and I've just been hinting at it, and it shows you don't hint, you say. Rebbetzin Sari Yocheved Riegler says, and I'm sure I've said that once or twice, but it's okay. It only takes 8 seconds to turn something into a mitzvah d'oraisa, having intention. I think her paper was, oh, I didn't send you what's her name's number. So what's her name on that? Okay. Having your nails done is a kavanah for Hashem. I want my hands to be. So we make sure anything we do, any exercise, eating properly, drinking the water, we're going to be doing this all the time from now, where we start with our kavanahs. But that's bringing Hashem into our world. Malchus Sheba Yesod. Hashem's greatness into the foundation. Okay, what we're all doing now is taking a place of leadership and doing things for our community. and lead by example in all of our inspiring things in helping people to go forward. Tonight, lots of notice for everybody, okay? We had to be sending out very soon a flyer, but you'll all join, whoever can join us in person is invited to come to the home of Sally Davis, and we'll give you the address tonight, and otherwise we're offering it on Zoom, and otherwise there are going to always be more opportunities. So we always feel that whatever we can do best, we're going to do. Sam is the mother of Yisrael Natan Ben Aviva Sam, okay, who fell in Gaza. And I'm telling you, the strength and the koyach that is coming from people is beyond, because they live in Hashem's world. We don't just go down, we live in Hashem's world, and we're going to say what we're doing. Okay, one of the hardest things to do in the world of Midas, do not take revenge on others who have harmed you. Realize that everything happens for a reason, and Hashem only allows you to receive what you deserve. When somebody does something that upsets or hurts you, even if they are wrong, they are simply Hashem's agent, okay, telling us that we've got to fix up something and do something better in our world. And we have that opportunity. You know, we've taken the opportunity. I always tell people, give the opportunity to tens of thousands of people. And some people choose to take it, and some people don't. You, every single one of you here, taken that opportunity to be mindful, to be connecting and understanding that Hashem runs our world. And that's what we've done. So that's our leadership in saying we want to be able to take Hashem's world and put it into its real beauty, with its real wisdom, with its real behavior, even when it is very, very hard. And as we think we're getting somewhere and doing better, so I don't remember the actual saying of Gedalia, but you take something that you're given as a challenge and you turn it into something positive. That's what we're here for. Every challenge is going to come, and Hashem says, I'm giving you another challenge because you can do it. And we have to believe in ourselves that we can do it. And when we hold on and we say, Hashem's here with us, and that's what we say, Hashem is here with us. What are we waiting for? Yeah? Our bayit b'kol bayit. This is what we're fighting for. This is what we're growing for. And as long as we're doing it according to the midas of Hashem, the characteristics of Hashem, then we do well. Okay, Nikki?
It says, he says, the same word for upset is set up. Hashem is setting you up. He actually says to react or respond. And react is to, he's got something, I'll find that. But he says he's also setting you up for healing. Every situation you go through, you're being set up and tested. And how are you going to respond?
Yeah. That's exactly. So that's what it is. And Hashem says to us, you grow, and I'll squeeze you a little bit more because you need to grow more. Mizmor Le Toda.
And also just want to get welcome letters. We've got welcome. Hear me though, because I can see I've got very little.
Hang on, you're going in and out. I could hear you before.
I know. I can see I've got very little.
Where we won't ask you where you are then.
No, I know. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Can you hear me now or not?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can everybody else hear?
I can actually hear you fine, Nikki. It's a little bit crackly, but we're hearing you.
Let's go.
Sorry. Okay, and also if anybody wants to write a letter to welcome Sam and to give her support and solidarity, even if you message me your message, we can write it on our cards. Yeah, but we're desperate for more letter writers, just to give her a bundle of love. When we
Could you just refresh, because my brain with ADHD.
You can even send it to me. We'll handwrite it.
Could you refresh the situation that we're writing about?
For
Sam Rosenfeld. Sam Rosenfeld is here tonight.
Yes, I've got a story. I'll send you a story.
And we'll send you out the story. And we just want to fill that.
Can you drop the story in the group or something, just so I have it when I'm ready to do it? Yeah, thanks. And is there a deadline on it?
About in half an hour.
I'll send it, no problem.
No, what time do you need it by?
Today is the deadline.
Today. Okay.
Okay. Mizmor Le Toda. Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes.
Mizmor Le Toda. Hariyu Ladonai Kol Haaretz.
Ivdu et Adonai.
Ivdu et
Adonai.
Adonai Basimcha. Bo Adonai Hu Elohim. Hu Asanu Velo Anachnu. Amo Vatzon Marito. Bo Sha'arav V'Toda. Tatzerotav V'Tehila. Hodu Lo. Baruch Shemo. Kitov Adonai Leolam Chasto Ve'ad Dor Vador Emunato. Sorry if you couldn't hear me. Amen.
Make a beautiful day, everybody. Thank you for those coming online. Lovely to see everybody. And make a beautiful, beautiful day. And hopefully we'll see some of you tonight. It's coming out. Okay.
Is it on Zoom as well, Rebbe St. John?
Being so nice, it's the normal. It will be at the time of the normal share.
Amazing, thanks.
On the same Zoom. Okay.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you. Thank you, Nikki. Have a beautiful day.
I'll speak to you later. Hi, Colette. It was so nice to see you in person.
Divine. It was divine.
See you tomorrow.
Yes. Okay, bye.